Hello students, this brief video is designed to assist you in completing the second library activity that is part of the library sessions. This video will detail the purpose and guide you through the prompts in the activity. Firstly, you'll be accessing the link for the activity from your Blackboard page. This link will be in an announcement. Depending on your section, you will be completing a different activity that is specific to either humanities, psychology, business, or STEM section. This video will be for students enrolled in a business section. The link to the activity will redirect you to a library form that you will complete and submit. The activity is being graded as a daily activity grade in your assignments. You will have the Sunday, March 26th to complete and submit this activity. The activity is based off the content you completed in modules 3 and 4 and involves identifying an article source from a database specific to a discipline and identifying characteristics of the article to determine if it is scholarly and a quantitative or qualitative research-based article. To begin the activity, click the Begin button. When accessing the activity, input first your name, university email, 1314 section you're enrolled in, and finally your professor. Once you've entered your information, you will scroll down briefly to look at the purpose section. This will highlight the steps of what we're going to be doing in this activity. We're going to be using the database business source complete. We're going to be using a topic and a sample topic as an example. And we're going to be also showing you how to use advanced searching and filters to obtain an article result. Once you obtain that article result, you are going to basically examine that source for content-specific characteristics. This is going to help you determine if the article is either a quantitative or qualitative research-based article. So the first thing to start with is to enter a topic of your choice. This could be anything that you're thinking about, anything that you're working on in terms of a current assignment, just so long that it's a topic of your choice. My topic is listed here as an example, so I'm going to go ahead and enter that here. You would enter your own topic here in that field there. Next, you're going to come to this second section, and you're going to break this statement out into defined keywords, as you discovered when you did in the library modules. Think about also some synonyms you could use further for each keyword. You need just a minimum of 2 keywords from your topic statement. I'm going to basically separate my terms using the ENGL connector, but I'm going to take interest rates and foreclosure as my keywords. I'm going to enter that here. Once you've entered your keywords, you're going to come down to the next step where you're going to be accessing the databases. The database that we're going to be using today is Business Source Complete. So you want to get to the library's homepage. You want to click on the database blue button there. Once you get that button, you'll be scrolling down to the B section of the database links, and you're going to look for Business Source Complete. Go ahead and select that actual database and click the link to get access to it. Once you reach the Business Supports Complete page, you're going to click on the Advanced Search button underneath the search field. So let's go ahead and get to the library's homepage. I will show you how this works. You'll go to Databases. You're going to go to B. Then you're going to go to Business Source Complete. So once you're in Business Source Complete, you're going to make sure the Advanced Search function is actually fulfilled, and then you're going to enter your keywords. And then you're going to run a search. You want to come back now to your activity. Once you click your search button, you're going to look at your results screen. It should look similar to what I have here in the example below. But your results are going to be very big because it's going to be based off your own topic. So make sure you're using your own topic. This is just an example. In my example topic, I got 409 search results. So I'm going to enter that here. I'm going to move on to the next step. I'm going to start applying filters. So here from the left column, you have 2 filters known as peer reviewed and full text. I'm going to select both of those filters. Peer reviewed. Then I'm going to examine my results. I can see that my results dropped down to about 57 results. And now I can see that a lot of the actual sources are now just coming strictly from academic journals. So I'm going to report that here. You would report basically any changes that you see. You're also going to do using the publication date filter. You're going to change the date to cover 2013 to 2023, the last 10 years. So we're going to move that here. If you can't get it right to 2013, if you can get it close, that's fine. I got 2012. So I can see my results now got declined down to 21, and now I can see that my publication dates are now more along the lines of more recent 2023 to 2022. So I can see that that's my publication date. So my results declined back to 21 results. Next, you're going to come to this next section for synonyms and alternate search terms. This is where you should have thought a little bit about what alternate terms that you could use in place of the terms that you have. Since we've been searching for foreclosures, we could try a broader term like housing crisis, or you could also try experimenting with like a term like interest rates. They could do different things in terms of like interest rates risk or something like that. You could change any terms that you want here. It's just whatever you can actually change it to, just make sure it's a synonym. So I'm going to go ahead and substitute the term housing crisis. And then I'm going to rerun our search. I can see that my search results came down a little bit slightly to 14, but now I'm seeing that the term housing crisis is appearing more within my titles. And so now the housing is coming out more often. So this is now just looking more at the housing crisis, not necessarily just foreclosures. So we could go back here. I can see my results declined. Remember, you're going to enter whatever information that is specific to your topic. This is just an example that I'm showing here for the purposes of this video. So just a reminder that you can substitute any combination of terms in here. You could use or, you could use and. Or is always going to be used to expand your search, and it's going to be using to basically limit your search to those terms, and not is going to be using to exclude a keyword. So just know that you have the freedom to do that once you're in these databases. You can change any of these terms, those Boolean terms, and you can actually add additional synonyms to refine your results. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to identify a result that is interest to me. I'm going to look at something that I might want to look at a little bit more. I'm going to look at this one, efficient credit policies in the housing debt crisis. Depending on your browser settings, you may have them download automatically. You just want to make sure that you're downloading it somewhere. It usually will display here in the screen, but you want to make sure you can download it. So there should be a download option here to download the actual article. I'm going to go ahead and open it from my downloads. And I'm opening it in my reader, but you can open it within your screen as well. So what you want to do is you want to come back here to your activity. You want to make sure you retrieve a source, preferably in PDF format. And then you're going to answer these questions briefly. So you want to review your article briefly just to kind of look at it and see what type of information is being presented. So the first question is asking you, does your article review and discuss the topic, or does it report on a question that was posed and present findings? So just looking at it, I would have to just look at it briefly and see what it looks like it's talking about. You don't have to spend a lot of time with this, but you want to kind of give a review about what is being discussed. Is it actually asking about a research question that it's trying to answer, or is it just discussing the issue, or is it discussing the topic? To me, this looks like it's being a little bit more discussion. I'm not seeing a lot of there is some data that's being put in this actual article. But is it presenting an actual issue or problem? I don't know. Like I would have to look a little bit more. This is talking about loan modifications. Optimal date. So it's a little bit of a longer article. So I could say that it does have some data in it. However, it looks like that data is just being generally discussed. It's not actually a study that is being used. So what I would do is I would come back here. I would come back here to my questions, and I would say that it's reviewing and discussing more the question rather than it's reporting and presenting. It does have some data. So reviews and discusses. It did have a section of an abstract. What other sections did I see in there that it had? I could take a look. Your articles are going to vary. Some of your articles headings are going to change. I only saw that this one has an abstract, but it has a whole bunch of different headings. So like I'm just going to put that in terms of that was the only heading that was presented. Does my article contain table images or graphs? Yes, it does. So this is basically helping me now that I know that it does contain tables, images, and graph, and some of them are numerical data. So it is most likely a quantitative article in nature. This is just to help you understand that if there's numerical data that is typically being reported in a data or stat, then most likely it is going to be a quantitative article in nature. How can you tell the article you retrieved is either quantitative or qualitative? I can basically say that, charts and graphs as well as formulas were being presented. This would be helpful to me to understand how interest rates are computed. For mortgages. So once you kind of reviewed the article, this is going to be the time where you're going to basically take a little bit of time to look at it. So there's no wrong or right answer here. You're making your best evaluation about what you believe the article is. So if you believe it's a quantitative article, you're going to be looking at that in the sense, is it presenting a research question? Is it trying to examine it by using data or stats or statistics? Or is it just simply more discussion? A good part of this article did look like it was discussion, but then you could see that some of it actually segued into actually looking at some actual data and analyzing that data. So I would probably say that this is more quantitative in nature. So the last thing that you want to do is make sure you upload the article that you chose. You want to make sure you put that in PDF format. I'm going to look for it here. Make sure that it does attach and it shows that it's actually been confirmed there. That's attached. Once that you see that it's attached, you can come back down here to this last box, enter any feedback if you would like. It's not required, but we would really appreciate any feedback that you have on the activity or on the modules in themselves. Once you're done basically attaching it, you want to go ahead and hit review. Review your answers to make sure that they're all complete, everything is there. If you see anything that you didn't put in there, you might want to make sure you go back and put it in there. Once you hit submit, you're going to be redirected to a new form. This is going to be the class assessment form to assess this activity and how the activity helped your understanding. Once you hit submit, you're going to get a prompt to have these results emailed to you as well. Make sure you do have them emailed to you to your own email address, and then you'll be redirected to class assessment form. Make sure you do complete this class assessment form as it is a requirement of the activity. So once you fill in this form, enter your information, and put additional comments, you can go ahead and hit submit, and then you will be done with the activity. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of our librarians here at the Saltipus Library. We'll be happy to assist you. Thank you all and have a great day.